Morning, this is Kellaland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Authorities are looking for a driver involved in a serious crash on Christmas Eve. Sioux Falls police say a highway patrol trooper tried pulling over a white SUV Tuesday afternoon. Instead of stopping, police say the driver took off driving east on 12th Street.
The vehicle fled from the troopers, and a very short while later, I think only a couple blocks later, the suspect vehicle ran a red light, collided with another vehicle.
This video was taken by a viewer just moments after the crash. The vehicle that was hit caught fire, shooting into the air.
Police say the driver of that vehicle was able to get out and received only minor burns. The fire did damage the stoplight at the intersection. The initial driver took off, and authorities are still looking for them.
One man is dead after a shooting in eastern Sioux Falls Thursday morning. Officers were called around 9 a.m. to the area of 11th and Sneeve Avenue behind Eastway Bowl.
When police arrived, they found a man with a serious gunshot wound. The 38-year-old died at the scene. Police say there is no danger to the public and that the other party involved is in contact with law enforcement. Authorities say more information will be released at this morning's police briefing. Stay with Kellaland News on air and online for updates as they become available. Early Thursday morning, officers were also called for a report of gunshots outside a business on the east side of Sioux Falls. Police say shots were fired shortly after 2 a.m. outside of a business located near Arrowhead Parkway and Sycamore Avenue. No injuries were reported. Police are still trying to find the people involved. Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munn, starting the day on a warm note. Scott.
Yeah, warm temperatures. Numbers are in the 30s and some of us even in the 40s this morning. As we'll go with mostly cloudy skies across eastern South Dakota, probably socked in with the fog and the clouds throughout much of the day into Minnesota and Iowa. Look at western Kellaland with sunshine again today. Temperatures will warm to the 50s, 51 Rapid City, 53 in Phillip. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Christmas has come and gone, but AAA Sioux Falls is continuing to celebrate the spirit of the season with a collection for a local nonprofit. AAA is currently asking for donations of new or gently used suitcases, duffel bags, and backpacks. They'll be given to the Union Gospel Mission Women's Center. The organization is currently serving 41 women and children.
When they are here and they're given clothes and items to take with them, they will be able to take luggage, put their new items or things that they've obtained since they've been here into the luggage and bring them back to their new place.
If you'd like to make a donation, the suitcases, duffel bags, and backpacks can be dropped off at AAA Sioux Falls at 3701 West 49th Street through next Tuesday.
Rapid City's annual Christmas recycling program is back to help declutter homes after the holidays.
There are 14 locations to recycle Christmas lights and extension cords, and 3 sites to dispose Christmas trees, as well as sites set up to take all cardboard buildup.
The trees get dumped at the remote sites, okay, and they fall under the category of yard waste. So what we do is we contract an individual out because he has the tools to he picks them all up and then he brings them right to the landfill and we grind them up and we use them as our compost.
These Christmas recycling programs will be continuing through the end of January.
The President's Bowl High School Basketball Classic makes a return in less than a week, with 8 varsity games taking place at the Sanford Pentagon over the holiday break.
The President's Bowl has experienced 33 years of success on the football field, but the fundraising event has now expanded to basketball. And after a successful turnout last year, the Basketball Classic makes a return to the Pentagon next week.
The event heads into its second year, so the eight teams involved know what to expect this time around.
It's really exciting last year, kind of having the kickoff year, understanding kind of how things were going to go, what the routines of it were, getting to see what it was going to be like to have all of our levels out there playing games. And now in the second year, we get to kind of build on it. We get to see, what additions we can make.
The 4 teams, including Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, and Lincoln, will be playing at the Pentagon December 30th and 31st.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather update here for today. We're watching those temperatures into the 30s this morning, 40s this afternoon, a lot of 40s. In fact, western South Dakota, a little push of a westerly breeze, and that'll sure help us out with those highs near 50 or even better than that into parts of south central South Dakota, north central Nebraska. Now the cloud line, can we make it to Aberdeen? Maybe. Mitchell, probably. Yankton also after a few sprinkles this morning. It looks like some clearing. Sioux Falls, at this point, it's probably safer to stay mostly cloudy here. But can we get a couple more breaks late in the afternoon? There's a chance of that. It really depends on how those little sprinkles and showers behave in northwest Iowa and southwest Minnesota. I still think over to Spencer, Iowa, we've already had 600ths of rain today, and we could pick up a few more hundredths. So, maybe we end up at that 0.2 of an inch range. Not to say that's a lot of rain, but it's some. And then east of our coverage area, there'll be a lot more rain east toward Albert Lee and even to the Twin Cities. Tomorrow, let's say a mild, nice weather day. We've got lots of 40-degree weather. Can we get some sunshine in Sioux Falls? I think that is a distinct possibility. I'm optimistic that we'll get some of that. Obviously, we'll roll into the forecast as we get into Sunday. And at this point, both days of the weekend are looking mild across our region. There goes the rain. Again, you can see the path into Wisconsin and Michigan on that system. For the weekend, again, those 40s will be very common. Couple of 50s, but Monday, that's when the weather changes, and then we bring in a potpourri, a mix of rain and snow chances. It's more likely to be snow in the Black Hills, where temperatures will be a little colder. Sioux Falls, we're projecting a high of 37, so it's a rain to snow scenario. And obviously, when we deal with those kind of things, it gets a little tricky on snow forecasts, and obviously it would tend to reduce some of our potential for snow. But I'd like to keep an eye on that through the weekend and encourage you to stay tuned to that. It does turn a little colder after that, Tuesday into Wednesday, so New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we're going to start to feel a little bit more like January should. Highs in the 20s. There are the highs, though, today, 40s and 50s. Very mild, 48 in Mitchell. 7-day outlook, so that system on Monday's a 60% chance of precipitation. And then there are those 20s on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So ringing in the new year there, a little bit more like it should be for this time of the season. The Aberdeen area, the northeast, a couple of 40s this weekend, pretty mild. 28 on Monday. We could pick up some of that moisture on Monday, but still looking at more of it south of Aberdeen. It's always looked like that from the get-go, and I'm not ready to change the tune on that. I think Pierre also will get a swath of that mixed bag of rain and snow chances on Monday, high 35, 30 on Tuesday. So we do cool off. We're probably not looking at as much cooling in the Black Hills, but it should be cold enough for some snow on Monday. And accumulations are expected. More details online at kettleland.com.